Hey guys, AR back today, and in this video we're going to look at how to create a cutscene. So cutscenes in say, a cutscene used in say, let me think of idea, maybe like work at a pizza place when at the start when you click to what like your first job, what you want to be. So and that uses cutscenes, as you know, as you can see the camera moves. So we are going to be creating not something like that, but it's going to be a cutscene in this video. So first thing I'm going to say is this script can only be a local script. It cannot be, say, a server script. If you really need it in server script servers, we're going to do exactly, if you have like a main game and you need it for your main, we're going to do exactly how that can be used. So firstly, we're just going to do the cutscene. So firstly, I already inserted a local script. You can maybe do that. And I'm going to insert a part. Going to call this start. So this is going to be where the cutscene starts. So obviously we want it to be anchored and we want to change transparency to 1. So like you can't see it. And change can collider off. So any players in your game won't be able to hit it. So now, oops, I was about to go out of this. I'm gonna go and clone this. I just use Command D. You can go and I'm not sure how you clone it. Yeah, duplicate like that, and go and put this like somewhere else. And where is this? Yep, that's good. And we're going to call this end. And just to kind of see it like it moved, I'll just go and make a little mini structure. Just to like a big wall maybe. Oh, where is the end is there, so we'll go and move this bit forward. And oh, what am I thinking? That's oops. And we're going to anchor this there. Scale this up a bit. And just make it blue and change it to metal. And I'm going to make it a bit cooler by going into lighting. I just want to make it a bit cooler. There's a new feature. It's this environment diffuse scale, environment, and environment specular scale. So I'm going to change this to 1, and you see it literally changes, and the metal looks a bit weirder, and everything kind of changes with that. I change this to 1, and the metal looks a bit better. Look at that. Okay, so now we'll go and head to scripting. Yeah. So firstly, we're going to do without, say, like a main game, and then after we've done the cutscene, I'll show you how to make it for like if you want to try and make it a server script. It can't be a server script though, but we'll make it so it's linked. The server's actually playing a part in it. So firstly, we're going to define quite a bit of variables. So local camera equals workspace.camera. You can say game.workspace.camera. It's just a bit quicker just to say workspace.camera. And local tween service equals game colon get service, and we want a tween service. And next we're going to do the easing direction, or the easing direction. So I'm going to say local easing style first, sorry. And I'm going to say enum and dot what is it, easing style, sorry, and dot, and then we've got a whole load of these different. I can say, I'll show you a couple of them. So linear goes like a proper straight line. One of my favorites is probably bounce, which it just bounces. Elastic will literally go like, if it was like here to there, it'll go and then push out, not that far, but not really that far, but a bit further than it really is. And well, it'll just have a bouncing effect. That's all I can say. It's basically what I can recall. So I'm gonna say let's go and say bounce because that's my favorite. Bounce will just bounce. Linear, yeah. Okay. Okay. So now local easing direction equals enum. Again, we're doing enum and easing direction, and I'm going to go out. I don't really know if there's a difference. Next, we're going to create a function. So function cutscene, cut scene, and we can have we're going to have three parameters. So we're going to have the yeah, okay, so we can have the okay, so we can have the start position, so we're going to call this start. We can have the end position, which we're going to call end, and we can have another position, and we can have the duration, so the duration of it to getting to the other part to another. So we'll drop a line, and hopefully you should get an end. If not, go and add an end in. And what we're going to say is we're going to say camera.cameraType and equals. We could say enum, but like I'm going to keep it maybe a bit shorter. So I'll put speech box, and you put scriptable. So script, like how you're at script, and then able. It basically means it can be changed. I don't really know why it's called scriptable, but it doesn't really matter. So and camera.camera subject. And firstly, we're going to have start. So the camera will look at the start. And now we'll go and create the cutscene itself. So local scene. And we're going to get the tween service. So tween service. And we can say colon create. And colon create, what it does is basically creates whatever in this parameter is. I'm not really sure what's acceptable to put in the first parameter, but all I know is the camera. So we're gonna put the camera of the workspace or camera, and now we'll say tween info, sorry, and we'll say dot new. And now this has, as you can see here, the how long it'll take, easing style, like we defined, and easing direction. So and it has four parameters, sorry, but you can only see 3 there. So we want to do the duration, so duration, and comma easing style, sorry, so easing style, and comma easing direction. And I'm gonna get rid of that bracket and put a comma, and just go and put some wiggly brackets and put this bracket back. And what we're gonna say is cframe equals, and we're gonna see end dot cframe. So all this is going to do, I'll just explain this quickly. So this will create a tween in the tween service, and we're giving the camera, so it's going to create a tween of the camera. And then the tween info.new, I kind of guess this info means like how we're going to change it, or no, what type are we going to change it, how like the type, so the duration, which could be changed, the easing style could be changed, and the easing direction could be changed. And then this C-frame, and then this is the position of the end part. And then after that, it's very simple. All we need to say is scene and colon play, like what you do with music and animations. And next, what we could say is we could say wait 5. Firstly, I'm going to put a wait 3, and we'll say wait 5, and we'll say camera type. So let me just go and check the camera type right now. So right now it is fixed. Or if we go and move it, does it change? No, it doesn't really actually. And we'll go and say camera type equals. I'll go and try fixed. I'll go and try fixed for now. I'm not sure what will happen. It might be bad, but just we'll see. And we'll do camera subjects. Yeah, say game dot players dot local player dot int.character. And you might be thinking this isn't an object, it is a model, but for some reason you can actually do it. And by the way, if you've ever had this glitch before, where say you've said game.players.localPlayer, and on your output it'll be saying a nil value, that is because you're on a server script. You're definitely on a server script, on say server script server storage, maybe not workspace. I'm not really sure. So it's a nil value when you say game.players.localPlayer. What nil value means is because the server cannot access this players, it can't really access it. So it's a nil value. As if I just said game dot what could I say, game.script, it would say, and game.script dot file or whatever, I don't know. It might say not a valid member, but it's probably gonna say not a valid member, but in this case it would say it's a nil value. So after we've done that, we'll go and hit play. Oh, and we forgot to call the function. Oops, my bad. We'll just go in that. See, the base plate looks a bit different. So we'll go and say cutscene, and the start is going to be workspace dot start and comma workspace dot end. So that is going to be the end, and the duration I'm going to say 5. And the best thing you can do is maybe we'll just see. We'll go and wait. Look, going up. You can actually move your character. Is there a bug or something? No, it's not me. No, it's not. So, yeah, it's probably because it's fixed. And we didn't even wait. Oh yeah, we did wait. So just go and write custom. And go and change this to the easing direction to what do we want? Linear. Linears. Nice. We don't really. So the end is here, and the start is there. So we go and check that out. I don't know where it gets this. Where it? Let's go and see. What's going on? If maybe go and just get rid of that, what will happen? The camera's going up a bit. Oh, it was maybe yeah, that's actually it. That's it. I thought it was like a little weird thing because it wasn't really doing it properly. So that is it, I think. So not thanks for watching actually. What we're going to do now, actually firstly, I'm just gonna insert a spawn location because so it's a bit easier so we can actually see it. So let's go and press play now. So next, we'll just maybe twist the adjustments with the camera. Yeah, it's for some reason going up. Is this at the bottom? Have I not anchored this or something? If we go on F to that, is that in the end? Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Maybe go and move this a bit. Maybe let's go and make the duration a bit shorter. So we go, yeah, I feel like, yeah, that's it. And we are back to our character, which is nice. So, yeah, that is it. Oh, maybe like with your camera, maybe like rotate them to the right position, because, well, to get it right, because I don't know where Roblox or where Lua finds a C frame, which like side, I don't know, front, left, right, I don't really know. So now let's look at if you want to do this, say, in the server script. You can't do it in a server script, but the server script can play a part. So I'm going to insert a value, and I'm going to put a ball value in replicated storage, and we're going to call this cut scene. So all we're going to say in starter GUI now is, instead of that, we'll say game the replicated storage and dot cutscene, and we'll say colon get property change signal value. I think we've done this. Yeah, we've done this in our first video. This function, and we'll say colon connect function. So this will get whenever this value is changed. We'll now go and have to put a. You want to put this here. That's what you want to put it there. You don't want to put it above, because the cutscene will run anyway. What's going on? I know it's blue. Something wrong with that. We'll just go and see. And in the server script, we'll go and say, wait 5 game the replicate storage dot cutscene dot value equals true. And this is actually what I actually are doing in my game. I'm doing this, and also what we want to do, we're going to say game dot replicate storage dot cutscene dot value equals false. So we can play this multiple times. I'm not really sure why this is blue. I don't really use like this type of function. I don't really say function and then it's not. I don't do that often actually. We'll go and see. If I go and no, we'll go and see. See if there's any. See, I think it's gonna give us an unknown thing, but oh, and it's not, and that's great. As you just saw there, and we are stuck in our position. As you just saw there, it just zoomed us all the way to the thing that we wanted to get to. So if I go and play it again, and we go in, see, we should go like that. So, and that's it, guys. Not really sure why it's not getting back to there. Not really sure why, but that's the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if this helped, and hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.